Welcome to another edition of Northern Heat. And this week we have two special guests with us, Matt and Mathilde.
Yes.
And I'll let you worry about the last names. Yours is easy, it's Coté. Yours is Miller.
Ferri.
Ferri.
Yeah.
So that's a combination of both. The reason why we're having this interview today is the fact that both of you are entrepreneurs in our region. You've got two businesses on the go. So let's talk a little bit about both businesses, because I think it's important that we talk about the enterprises that we have in our region, because and the fact that you're young people and you've started that and did those things. That's the thing that I find it's amazing. So tell me a little bit about both businesses.
Yeah, it started off with this truck. Last summer, June of last summer. It started off, I was a paramedic here, but I knew I needed change. I had been doing it for over 10 years. And I drove with the ambulance once, and I saw Dilly Delight, another
Indian
local
food truck.
Indian food truck that was at 3 Step, where our other coffees now. And it just kind of clicked, because he has an old RV like this one. And I had mine, but it was the one that I lived in, and I bought in Victoria and drove here. So the toilet was here, and my bed was here, and so anyway, it kind of clicked, because I saw, hey, it inspired me, because it's possible. He made a food truck even in the winter time with his RV, and I was like, oh, I can do that, And I talked to Mathieu when I got home, and
the first thing we did is bought a scale, and then they just,
we bought, yeah.
Well, it doesn't take much sometimes. See, like entrepreneurship starts in some very low, and you still have it in the corner. Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah. And we did it. We had an idea. We decided to go with it. And you're doing it. You're
without thinking,
completely changing this. Everything is new. I was a barista once. Mathilde had a lot of experience in restoration, but other than that, we just we did one thing at a time, and I mean, at some point we were just, I remember being like, oh my god,
what did we do?
Yeah. But
just before opening,
too invested in it. It was our our money that we put everything in, and it's like, did we take a chance? But it never really. Other than that, oh my god, we just kind of did it, and it happened.
But the thing is too, and we talking about this before the interview. This is what you love doing.
Yeah.
So, it's not the fact you didn't get into doing a business in something you didn't like.
Yeah.
You got into something that you like. So that's the energy that drives it, right?
Yeah. We
all the way
chose
through.
Things that we like to do, but it was mostly to get in touch with the community. So, yeah.
So you're parked down at the marina, and this is where you started off last year. And I remember dropping by once last year, and we talked a little bit because this has got a catchy name, right?
The Singing Nomad? Yeah, you like
Singing Nomad. Yeah, I know. I like that. And on top of that, it's not just the fact you do sing, because I know that night you hauled out a guitar and there was a bunch of people here and you were singing while you were sitting on your milk crates. So, we sat out on the chairs. We listened to what to your songs, and everybody seemed to enjoy themselves. But you sell coffee, you have ice cream, you've got toppings on your ice cream and stuff. And so you started out. When I remember talking to you last year, you were talking about how you could expand this into a 12 months rather than because really this is pretty limited in time, right? So you got maybe 3 months, that you have.
Yeah.
So what's your other business that you started?
Well, that's
an extension of this.
At first, we started thinking of putting this in a garage,
and serving,
serve in a garage in the wintertime, which would have been good, but it didn't really, we didn't find something that was it was very expensive to heat a garage anyway. So we finally found a nice little
to-go place,
to start.
Than here.
My dad always told me, start small and
build from there.
Be careful with the inventory. So, we started small completely. It's 11 by 14. People don't they see us on Facebook, but then they
it's bigger.
And they arrive and they're like, oh, but it's nice. We made a nice cocoon, and I feel like we love it there. People, I think they feel good when they get in there. It's kind of a nice environment, but it's all to go. We have plans to expand, but for now, that's what we started off in Beresford.
So, I was going to say, are you Beresford or are you Bathurst? You're right on the line. I think the fence is right there, right? It's the river is the fence. So you're on the main drag, so you got a lot of people driving by, so you know they can stop in. So the other part of restaurants or any business, they say too, is location.
Yeah,
So
it's a good
that also helps.
It's nice. I mean, but people come in and we have a big wall. It's a chalkboard, and all of our drinks are there, and it's overwhelming because sometimes it's like, hey, I just want a coffee, you know, like But you know, we talk, and then sometimes we just kind of like they try something new, or we have normal coffee that's good, that's organic, the dark roast, but we have everything for everyone, and
it's customized.
Yeah, very custom made. Yeah.
Well, listen, my hat's off to you guys for taking the effort and that step of getting in to becoming an entrepreneur, and you know, building from what you love, because that's where it starts up. You know, it's your hobbies, it's the things that you know, it's the things you feel comfortable in, and then that ends up showing your values as you go, and then that's what people love. So I appreciate the fact that you did this interview with us today to again give me the opportunity to give you a platform to talk about your story, because I think it's great. You know, we talked about the fact that you even finished this all by yourself, and it's great. And you're down at the marina, and this place, when it's when the weather is nice, it's a great place to be. So
it's so nice. We have tables, and you said I sing, but I can't work and sing. I realized that I'm like, I can't do two things at the same time. Like
different brains.
Yeah. So it's like one or the other.
One or the other. Yeah. So you got to wait till everybody's served.
Yeah.
But
thanks to you.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it's a pleasure, and the thanks comes from me for allowing me to come down here and learning a little bit more about what you guys do, and especially this summer. You know, gas prices are high. People aren't going to be able to travel very far. So why don't they drive down to the marina or stop off at your establishment in Beresford?
Yeah.
It's not far to go. A lot cheaper on gas. So again, thank you very much.
And I want to say, like, I really like what you're doing, because
it's inspiring.
It's inspiring, because that's what we want. We believe in local. We believe in communities sticking together. And what you're doing, I find is really nice.
Well, this is a lot of fun, and it gets me out there and gives me a chance to meet people like you and learn a little bit more about their story.
Thank you.
So, thank you.
Thank you,
Bob.
Here we are with another edition of Northern Heat for this week, the place you come to listen to the stories that haven't been discovered yet.